I would fire strike right here. It's a good lineup right here, and you probably get good all charge if you land it. It's no reason not to. See, that enemy Ryan did it. He did a little too late. He probably didn't get much out of it, but you should have gone for at least one right there. That was a little unlucky, but you killed the Ryan, which is huge. Yeah, right here you should be looking for fire strikes. Just there you go. I would not push up this far yet. Yeah, cause Sombra. You're close to your ult, so I would use it almost as soon as you find a good opportunity. I would have used it right there. As long as you're communicating with your team and you're telling them what you're doing, do it. I would have ulted already. Probably even right here. Right there. Yeah, that's a good one, but yeah, a little hesitant. You didn't get insane value, but you did push him back. Okay, right here you want to go back to point completely. You have nothing to fall back on, and you should just go back to point. Staying here is a bad idea. You know the Ryan doesn't have ult, but you should know that their Zyra does. Okay, you're just better players, so I guess keep fucking going. But it's still a little risky. So yeah, if you could kill him, it's GG. Yeah. That was really good. A few mistakes. I would have left after you shattered, but it worked out. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, not that good fire strike, but not too bad. Not too bad for trying, at least. Your shield management is pretty good. Your shield management was pretty good, but I guess your enemy team was just a little better there. You have your ult, so what I would do is look for a good ult right away. I wouldn't know what ult. It's pretty hard to tell if the enemy Ryan has his ult or not, but he doesn't. And if I was in this game, I would assume he didn't. So I would use that to my advantage. This ult is a little predictable, It might work out, it might not, but it looks like you're gonna get a good lineup here with at least 3. No, that was unlucky. It was a very predictable ult, and all the enemy Ryan had to do was put his shield up. So at that moment, you're kind of testing his skill, and you don't want to test his skill. You do want to test your skill, and you don't want to do something this predictable. But it could have worked out, but it most likely wouldn't. So you should definitely know their Rhine has ult. You should definitely know at this point. So what you should be doing, your main focus right now should be shield baiting. You should be baiting him somehow. You can't really leave your team. You kind of have to stay by them at this time. But the Ryan looks like he's gonna do exactly what you're doing. He's gonna test your skill. So yeah, just try to, yeah. Your DPS is playing choke. I think your whole team is playing choke. They should know, your team should know that the enemies have their ults, so they should be splitting. Your McCree should be looking for a flank. Your Ash should be looking to get her little bit ult charge and bob it out. Zen should all, did he all? Yeah, he did. Yeah, you guys should have known that was coming. You should have known that was coming. But at that point, all you can do is really play shield. So you kind of have to concede this moment. But when you come back, you should come back, look for a flank, tell your team you're gonna go to the right or left. Because if you go up to choke, you know Ryan's just gonna fuck you all. So right now, I would be vocalizing to my team, hey, let's go left or let's go right. So yeah, you go choke again. It's too predictable. That Ryan, if he was good, he would have won for his team that moment, this moment, somehow, some way, just like you should be doing. Right there, I would ult him. I would just Rhine out. I would literally Rhine out because you should know he's been keeping his ult. As long as he's dead, his whole team's gonna crumble. That's a sick ult though. The moment you got shattered, that should have been GG. But I guess nobody on his team followed up. But you shouldn't really. Like, you should have been dead. You should have been dead there. So you shouldn't really be relying on surviving these kind of exchanges. But nevertheless, this was a really good ult. You're a little too far up right now. You guys are one team fight away, one lost team fight away from losing. So you shouldn't be playing this far up. You should be playing cheek like unpredictable angles. You should be you should know that they're looking to stir something up, and I wouldn't be playing here. If you get unlucky some way somehow and you die, your team is gonna get fucked. So even this is a little too far up. I would concede the choke, honestly. I would play stairs. I would play stairs like a little further back. I probably would have been playing here and just fire striking. So I like playing Ryan on this map. You should have fire strike there sooner. You guys have the little better team for this, so I don't see how you lose this. You shouldn't lose this. Yikes. He managed to get ult before you did. Let's see how he did that. Yeah, so he probably got a good fire strike here. He fire strike before you did. You got a pretty good one too. Yeah, he landed some clean hits there, and that was good from you. Yeah, that's another good fire strike. He just got cleaner hits and probably better fire strike lineups. Also, the fact that he has a Zyra and you don't means he's just gonna get more hits, more swings, more guaranteed swings than you. I still think your team was a little better, though. Stuff like this happens all the time, but it would have been hard to know he had ult there. I would have probably not guessed he had ult just that moment. It's not too bad though. He used his ult pretty quickly. You got ult charged pretty quickly. You can get back on point fast and try to retake it. So I don't know what Mercy was doing there. Yeah, right here you should still look for fire strikes. Like, let your team come in at their pace. Looking for a fire strike, you're not gonna die. Nothing in their team could, unless you get slapped. But that's still unlikely. I would still look for fire strikes. Yeah, you kind of just weren't doing anything there. You should be looking for fire strikes or like putting your shield up like this. But that McCree's gonna fuck you right now. You got your ult. Honestly, what he could have done is done some fire strikes earlier. Tell your team to go up mid, to go on the bottom down here and come up here and get right here, get the high ground. They would have been forced to be on point. They cannot play here, otherwise one of you guys could just come down here and take it. At that point somebody else would have to come here, but at this point just take the high ground here and try to contest this area. The moment they jump down you can hold them. So yeah, you should be get a sick out here. I would alt right here. Okay, your team's getting kind of fucked. Yeah, I would not go up choke again. I would look for a different, go bottom or right. So yeah, very common problem with Rhines in this elo is very predictable and linear gameplay. Yikes, you didn't do much there. Ryan definitely, yeah, just very undecisive of what you should be doing. No pressure. The enemy team kind of just knew what you were doing at all times. Even if you got a 5-man there, I wouldn't even think it would be good. That's a good block, but you have to get on point so it doesn't. You kind of over focus Ryan there. Yeah, like I said, just very linear, very predictable. No, you never try to make any sort of play. You went up the same way every single time, and it's not bad. Like it's not terrible, but I think you're exactly where you should be in terms of elo.